Hey, my name's Lexus Evans, and then I'm going to be talking about my cultural experience that I had this week. My cultural experience was the Panamanian flavors. So it talked about the different flavors and what was inspired in Panama, and the other girl was from Argentina. Going into this experience, I really didn't know anything about what kind of food they ate there or like where they got their inspiration from. I also didn't know that they had as many like fast food restaurants as us. The guy talked about how there was so many restaurants in just like a small vicinity of his house, which is so true for a lot of people. So that was really surprising. It was also very hot in Panama all year round. He talked about that there's not a lot of differences in the weather from the summer to the winter. And depending on where you live, I live in southern Mississippi, and that is also a very similar statement. It's October right now, and it's still 85 degrees. And that doesn't look like it's gonna change. The things I liked about this experience, I think I really enjoyed. We played a Kahoot at the end of my experience. That was really fun. I thought it was a really good chance to see kind of what you knew. I liked the fact that they shared their screen and showed a lot of pictures in the background of each food item. I thought that was really interesting, so you could really see like what they were talking about. The guy also gave like brief little history kind of lessons about different cultures that influenced Panama's flavors and stuff. And I liked that too, because I thought it was interesting to include that. They talked about how Panama takes influence from indigenous cultures, even America, Chinese. It said that even recently they had taken influence from Colombia and Venezuela. They use corn and bananas for bases of a lot of their meals. I would say that my family eats corn as a side dish a lot, and I think that's more typical in America as a side dish. Can't really think of a lot of meals that use corn as like a base, or bananas especially. But we do use those as like side dishes. Bananas I wouldn't say is like a common thing too much. My family didn't really eat bananas a lot. But America does also take influence from a lot of different places, just like Panama said they did. Just look at our restaurants, look at what people cook at their house. There's a lot of people who take influence from, the Spanish culture and indigenous people to an extent. I know a lot of people who love Chinese food and, how that culture, what they eat. Rice is a big food group for a lot of people. But I would say we're very similar in the fact that we have a variety of different influences in our cultures of food and different things. We don't like to eat the same thing over and over. We're very, very used to a different variety of food. After this experience and watching my video, I would say that I would like to learn more about, I think, how the Chinese influenced the flavors. I liked his little history lesson about the train being built and how that brought over different ingredients and techniques, but I would like to even dive more into that. I thought it was very interesting. I wasn't expecting China to be an influence, so that kind of took me by surprise. Questions for my classmates. I would say, if I had a question, I would say, what country would you say influences your meal choices the most? Are you, more of a Spanish food group kind of person? Do you like Chinese food? Do you just typically stay to like the American burgers, and whatnot, pizza, whatnot, like that we eat, greasy food groups kind of? What would you say?